Hello guys, S2W here with your next casual consumer's perspective review. In today's in-depth look, we'll be looking at what's rumored to be the last release of colorways and silhouette from a famous collab the past year between Nike and Off-White. Following the same release procedures as previous silhouettes by dropping 2 updated colorways of an original model from the 10 collaborative partnership, today we have the 10 Nike Air Max 90 by Off-White and the black colorway here for review. And if my video has helped you in any way, it would be great if you can hit the subscribe button to support the channel. Throughout 2018, Nike and Off-White has been releasing follow-up colorways to the original silhouettes that they've released from the original The 10 project. Every model have already been given its successor, whereas the Air Max 90s were never part of this equation until finally here in 2019, it gets its next colorways. Much like the Blazer Mids color choices, one of these Air Max 90 rock a Desert Ore colorway, which is a tan or earth-toned color palette with a pop of orange on a Nike swoosh and a teal color tag, considered as the more colorful option between the two. The other colorway which I have here, and strangely the only colorway that released in Canada as of this video's upload date, is the staple black and white combination which the designer Virgil Abloh himself has said he has always admired. Thus, every follow-up colorways almost always had a black and white version. With this last silhouette, it's possible the chapter of the original 10 has finally come to an end. Regardless, let's not be disappointed, but rather celebrate this final release and take a closer look at these sneakers. To be frank, when I took these out, I wasn't too amazed as I already have the Off-White Air Force 1 in the same colorway and they look a little similar. Right off the bat, the shoe feels like an armored version of the Air Force 1, in a sense that's made with the same black mesh upper but now reinforced by premium suede, leather, and synthetic overlays all around the sneaker. The mesh upper has the same diamond-like pattern over its surface, seen both near the puffy ankle collar of the shoe and the toe box exterior up front. Wrapping around this toe box, the toe guard of the sneaker is made out of this smooth, muted leather panel that stretches to the midfoot canvas. We then see another piece of buttery smooth suede overlay on top of this toe guard running to the back of the shoe and around the medial side as well, essentially adding another support layer around the shoe besides the toe guard. Notice the stitch marks around the shoe as well, which is a fundamental theme in the collab by challenging the deconstruction of a shoe and the DIY aspects of it. At the midfoot panel, on top of the suede and leather overlays, we will see a large giant white swoosh branding stitched right on it. This lateral side swoosh uses the same material seen on the previous Air Force 1 collab, which is a plastic piece that contains parallel indents so when you scratch it, it will make those zippery noises. We will see a black tape overlay running over the swoosh, with another white tape overlay at the end. Of course, we can't forget the iconic orange tab hanging on the swoosh as well. The medial side, however, is a little bit different. The swoosh here is made out of a leather piece, I believe, with the black tape overlay running near the front of the swoosh instead. Another iconic branding of the Off-Whites, the text stamping, is seen on this surface as well, representing the brands of this collab, the model of this sneaker, the place of origin, and the year of its original creation. Notice the texts are very clear and not smudged, which could be a good indication for use during legit checks. At the back of the sneakers, we'll see a piece of suede hanging from the heel tab, almost like protecting the heel counter of this shoe. However, if you flip over this piece, we will actually find a hidden code here. HO18 means Holiday 2018, which is odd as the release happened in 2019 instead, and then Men's Runner. The rest, I have zero clue, so let me know if you know. Looking at the shoe from top view, we'll see that they've come laced up with flat nylon laces in black, with the iconic text shoe laces in quotations near the lace tips. If we don't like the black laces, it does also come with white laces with orange text in a Nike branded lace bag. Hanging on this shoelace is the signature Off-White zip tie, and it's blue on this pair just like the most recent collaborative pieces. Furthermore, we'll see the iconic exposed foam tongue with a prominent orange stitching near the top and a Nike sportswear branded patch stitched at the side. This exposed foam aesthetic runs across the ankle collar and heel tab as well, with a slit in between that makes it seem layered. The opening is just for looks though, it's not that deep of a cut, but it definitely makes it seem a lot more deconstructed and true to its theme. Inside the shoe, we have a quote-unquote removable insole, but it's glued down so you will have to rip them out. The 10 and Off-White's logo is stamped here at the heel just like all the other Nike and Off-White insoles we've seen, and the textile ankle lining around the interior is very well padded as well. As for the midsole, we'll see that there's no large font in quotation on this model. Rather, we'll see the Nike Max Air unit delivering lightweight cushioning under our feet. The whole midsole and outsole is just a giant piece of durable rubber, and with the iconic traction patterning of the Air Max 90, it'll for sure keep our stride steady and safe as it has done for the past 30 years. Anyways, here are some the 10 Nike Air Max 90 by Off-White in the black colorway fit footage. Sizing wise, I went true to size with my wide feet, and although it was narrow at first, I did loosen up the laces and relace it, and it fitted very well after that. Comfort wise, it's like any traditional shoe where it's durable and stable on feet. Of course, there's newer technologies out there now that's way more comfortable, but I'm pretty sure most of us here who want a pair of this is because of its visual aesthetics. So cushioning wise, since it is a 30-year-old piece of tech, everything just feels tough on feet. But if you think about it, if a tech is still being used even after 30 years, you should know it has already become a standard at this point. It's just that there's something easier on feet nowadays as another option. I wouldn't say ventilation will be particularly good on this model, as it's quite reinforced with thick layers on top of one another. Even the toe box mesh feels quite thick in my opinion, so summertime, if you have sweaty feet easily, it might get even hotter in these. But aesthetic wise, you just can't go wrong with it. I personally like the Desert Ore colorway myself, but you can never say no to a black and white colorway on such an iconic silhouette. Like I've said before, maybe because I was spoiled by the Air Force 1 collab in the same colorway, as this Air Max 90 didn't seem to astound me as much, but now looking at both shoes, I have to say the Air Max 90 look better up close. Not only that, it feels better in hand due to its premium qualities and heavier deconstructed accents. Not complaining, but if I had to pick between the two, these Air Max 90 just takes my vote, especially since it was cheaper than the Air Force Ones at retail here in Canada at 215 Canadian dollars. As always, throw me some likes if you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you think about this last potential drop from the 10 collection. If it is indeed the last, it has been a wild ride, as this collab has definitely made its name continuously through the majority of 2018. Do you see more new potential silhouettes of the Nike and Off-White collabs in the future? Let me know down below in the comments. That's it for today. S2W signing off.